Yo, 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 what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to the jungle, my friends. Here we are in the jungle. So welcome to it. So what's happening? What's going on? What's been taking place? Um yeah, um I got some progress happening, a couple moves taking place over here, which is cool. There hasn't been too many moves in a while, so this is interesting. The book of verses, all the verses are written. Okay, for anyone who's interested and want to hear about that, the all the verses have been written. Okay, so now it's just making sure they're all totally exactly what I wanted there, and all that, and then I'll move to the next step and get some copies printed and this and that. So there is progress in that department. Number two on the progress report is that I have, in fact, invited into my being, into my life, into my experience, not only a luscious beard, not only a profile which is literally identical to fucking George Clooney, um, but also a experience of the plant medicine known to all as ayahuasca. Some are familiar with this, some are not. I have agreed to take place. I have agreed to take part in a ceremony coming up next month. And to those who know, the ceremony supposedly and in fact does begin when you agree and commit to this. So I already knew it was beginning. I knew last night when I was sleeping. I had experienced some dreams, I guess you could say, which seemed to me obvious to be a premonition of what's to come. And then, just a few minutes ago, I did check the email, and it is a go. So I'll let you guys know how that happens, as it gets closer or after it takes place. I'm not sure what I'll want to say about it, but, I'll keep you updated. And stay tuned this Wednesday, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when your time zone and stuff. This Wednesday, my time zone, I'm going to do a call with this guy. Shout out to Klaus. And we're going to talk some serious metaphysical, psychedelic realms type stuff. He's immensely knowledgeable on the subject, immensely, and is a vast reservoir of information. We talked for about an hour last Wednesday, and man, he knows a lot. We were just scratching the surface, so we'll try and get you guys some information and have a sick interview. Yeah. All right. So that's what's up. That's what's happening. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's freezing cold out here, Canada. That's why I'm rocking a toque and a vest. Want to make sure I was like fitting in. You know what I mean? Short sleeves though, so I can still show my biceps off. Just kidding. I worked legs today, obviously. So what's up? This is the video today. I want to really just fire off something quick about maybe a topic, because hopefully I can move away from some of the more like angry topics and the more like ranting and upset topics. I don't know if you guys noticed, last vid was a bit angry. I watched it again. It was a little aggressive. As you all know, after the year off, there was some turbulence, some life turbulence. So it did leave me with some anger, some frustration. So, hopefully I'm going to work it out. And we can move back to upward spiral, and positivity. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about why feminism is bad for women in particular. Okay. One itty bitty little second as I just fire this on here. There we go. Okay. And hopefully, again, I can move away from these because I don't want this to be just like a angry sort of like MGTOW fucking red pill channel. Like I don't want that. I don't think I think a lot of that stuff it's just kind of redundant, really. But I still do feel like I need to say certain things about it because it is still my feelings and it is still necessary. So yeah, so I'll say what I can or what I feel is appropriate, and hopefully it will work itself out, and then we can move away from it. That's what I'm hoping. So feminism. I mean, look, like I can just say I was probably like you or like anyone else. I honestly thought that feminism was like a good thing. Like I really did. I thought it was about like empowering women. I thought it was about like encouraging women to like like take responsibility for their own lives and like become the best version of themselves, or like do things so that they didn't have to like rely on men or be in like bad relationships that were not good for them. I thought that it was about like getting women the ability to like be able to like divorce a husband if he's like abusing her or beating her or something, and all that type of stuff. Like I really thought that. Like I really did. I didn't know anything different about it. I also used to believe in Santa Claus. Like I also used to think, like wrestling was real. Like Hulk Hogan, that they were in there really fighting. Like it's a show. It's not. It's not. It's not a real. This fucking thing's pissing me off. How can I get rid of this? How about just out here? There you go. Oh well. At least it's out of my way. That's what I thought. I thought it was like, I thought it was all about that. So I encouraged it. So just particularly one girl I was speaking with, and she was really into feminism, and she was reading books about it, and I was like just encouraging her. I was like, yeah, that's great. And I was like, you should for sure read that. Like, whatever helps you to be happy and a better person. And I honestly thought that it was like self-development, like geared towards women. Like that's really what I thought. I was like, oh great, like it's self-development geared towards women. I was like, that's fucking perfect. Like I kind of thought it was like the equivalent of like RSD for girls. So yeah, I was all on board. I mean, so it wasn't until, I guess, particularly like her behavior towards me that showed me that I started to learn more about it, and saw the broader picture of how things are. And yeah, man, no, like it is not at all, at all, in my opinion, feminism is not at all a good thing. I think it's a destructive, just devastating belief system, I guess, or sort of some type of like almost kind of like an indoctrination. I'm not even sure what you would call it, but I do not believe even a bit that feminism in this current era is a good thing. I think it's terrible. I don't believe it is at all at all about empowering women. It is not, I think, helping women a bit. I think it's hurting. I think it's hurting a lot of people. It for sure is hurting men, but it really is hurting women too. It's it's encouraging them to disregard just like millennia of common sense. It's making them extremely, extremely unpalatable. it's making them very unpalatable as like a partner, as like a life partner. So it's putting them in a position to be constantly outraged, constantly angry with men, constantly blaming men, constantly avoiding responsibility for themselves and blaming men, blaming the patriarchy, and all these crazy things. Mind you, these are things that have like created our very civilization, which, I hate on the actual society, this particular little society, but the fundamental civilization that has things like fucking airplanes and like, heating in the winter. It's like and like bridges and roads, like we have, as a civilization, have produced some magnificent things. Yes, our current little society has twisted it up and made some ridiculous things out of it. That's true. But that doesn't disregard the great accomplishments that amazing men and women have done and that have come before us. And I just think that feminism is just it's about anger. It's about blame. It's about being a victim. It's about hurting men. Oh, it really is about hurting men, and it's about hurting women too. It's about belittling women who want to be a woman. It's about belittling women who want to have a family or be a good wife or be a good woman or have children or women who don't want to like work at a fucking office or as a fucking doctor or something. It's like almost belittling them as though being a good wife or a good mother is somehow not a noble fucking endeavor. It's terrifying. And they've just taken over. Like feminists have just infiltrated and taken over. Like it seems almost the mainstream society. They've kind of merged with like this like ultra hyper liberalism and this almost like militant like social justice warrior fucking mentality has all merged with like these feminist ideas. It's fucking crazy. It's like the lunatics running the asylum. It's nuts. And coming from like my perspective, or coming from any guy who understands women to a degree, it's just such a fucked up concept. It's just so foreign. It just so fundamentally disregards how they behave and how they think. It's fucking nuts. Like, and you can't even really say it because it's if they even heard, like some feminists or even just some average everyday like mainstream person heard this, they'd be outraged. They'd be like, fucking this guy's racist against women, and they're so fucking nuts. Like that same girl who sits there and is like, you're right, men are bad and blah 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 and you should be a feminist, and like that same girl, first of all, she's not hanging out with the guys that she's hanging out with, that she's going out with. They sure as fuck are not. They sure as fuck don't believe that nonsense. They're an actual fucking gangster man, right? So that she's not going to be attracted to some pencil-necked loser who's marching around with fucking feminism all over himself. Or the other thing that happens is like none of these women are. It leads nowhere. Like it leads nowhere. It's like, how is that helping her develop a productive relationship? Like the average girl, like some girl living in the Midwest or something, who just like grew up on a farm or in a small town or something, and she just wants to like meet a cool guy and get married and have a family or just a relationship or whatever she wants to do. Like this type of feminist shit is not helping her. It's gearing her to the absolute fucking opposite end. Like she's constantly going to be trying to like fighting for control of the relationship and stuff, and like constantly trying to like get in a position to like so she can lead the fucking party. It's like at her core she doesn't want to lead the fucking party. She doesn't want to lead the relationship. Are you fucking nuts? A girl does not want to be in charge. Are you on meth? Like, they don't want to, man. They might say it. They might like, oh, I'm in charge. I want... But it's the opposite. She wants to completely relinquish control. And any guys who have spent enough time with women know that. That's just fundamentally what they do. Any opportunity they have to avoid taking even the slightest amount of responsibility, it's not mean. It's not mean to say that. That's just how they think, man. They're obsessed with it. They're fucking obsessed with it. Like, they can't help it, dude. Like, the point is to try to encourage them to at least try a bit. Like, encourage them to be like, no, you can a bit. Like, you can take some responsibility for yourself. You can, like, improve yourself. You can adopt some, like, masculine traits to a degree, like discipline and, like, all this stuff. It's not mean to say that. Like, it's trying to help her. Like, that would help a woman, right? But she needs like her dad or her uncle or her husband to help her with this shit, because she doesn't want to fucking do it. She's got to worry about her emotions are all fucked, and she's fighting with her friends or some shit, or then she's got to get ready to have babies and all this stuff, man. Like, it's so fundamentally foreign. It makes no sense. Like, and the other thing is, man, the actual feminist women, like, the shit that they say about other women is fucking appalling. It's appalling. Like, and the whole reason they can get away with it is because they're completely removed from the actual marketplace. Like, you can't find, like, an actual hot, cool girl who's, like, a feminist. Like, it doesn't even, they don't go together, because the very nature of it is that they've removed themselves from the marketplace, from, like, the dating marketplace. Because if they were in it, they'd constantly be getting signals that would set them on the right track. It's like some guy, it's like some, like, angry MGTOW guy who's just, like, angry about women, right? And that's why I'm trying to get away from this, because I don't want to fucking be like that. But the whole point why he's like that is because he's not even in the marketplace, right? He's not being exposed to market pressures and learning how to behave like a cool guy, right? If he was behaving like a cool guy, girls would like him. And then he just wouldn't be even fucking worried about it. And it's the same, like, the feminists, man, it's like some girl who's, like, pretty, like, a lot, like, man, it's, like, exceptionally, like, unappealing women. Like, exceptionally unappealing. Really, man, it's like chicks who are like a 5, bro. Like a fucking 5. And they're, like, fucking ranting and raving. But what they don't understand is, like, but why ever would a guy give you attention? It's like they're behaving like they're like a 9. And they're, like, ranting and raving about this stuff. But it's like they never address the fact that it's like, yeah, but girl, no guys are listening to you. Like, no guys want to be around you. And these are the same girls who were, like, hating on Trump all those times with, like, were like, when he did that grab him by the pussy thing, and they were like, don't grab my pussy and blah blah blah. But it's like they missed the point. It's like, but girl, like, the guy's married to a model. He's worth like $1 billion. Like, he's president of the fucking most powerful country in the history of the world. Like, why the fuck would he ever pay attention to you? But yet they talk as if he would, right? It's like they talk as if like George Clooney or fucking Brad Pitt's, like, gonna, like, be aggressive towards them or try to, like, you know what I mean? It's insanity. And they're constantly priming women to, like, view men as bad and stuff. But again, all this is gonna go right out the window when they just meet some fucking dickhead from the hockey team who's just cool and relaxed and doesn't give a fuck. All this shit they're just gonna forget. And he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know, just jump in my truck, let's go. And she'll be like, okay, this is fun. But yet all that shit they've been telling her, she's just gonna forget about it because this guy's cool. She's like, oh, well, that's what I wanted anyway. It was a cool guy. I'll just go with him now. So it really is bananas. Like, I really am under the opinion that I just do not think that whatever purpose or value feminism did have at one point, which I'm sure it did, like, I'm grateful for whatever purpose it did have, which was maybe like, I don't know, getting like women able to be able to like drive a car or something, or whatever shit they used to have, like that was totally like oppressive towards them. Or maybe like they're allowed to like divorce a husband who's beating them, or like shit that used to they were oppressed by. It's like, that's great. Like, and if feminism helped with that at one point, that's great. But what it's turned into now is not a good thing. Like, it's not productive. It's not useful. It's, you know, it'd be like someone still trying to sell like you know, like VHS players or like DVD players. You're like, well, you should buy a DVD player. It's like, but bro, we don't need that anymore. We have something better. And it's kind of like that with feminism. Like, they're still trying to jam this, like, fuck, we hate men, like, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, there are dudes who do bad shit, like, for sure. But there's lots of cool guys too. But you're just like hating on all men. Like, it's nuts. Like, they're so disrespectful towards men. It's fucking crazy. Not to mention the way they treat other women. It's all just appalling fucking shit. Like, it really is, and it's just like unchecked. Like, they're just unchecked. It's like some guy who's like who says he's like a fucking kung fu Shaolin master because he does fucking kung fu in his basement. And he's just unchecked. I'm a kung fu master. I can fucking beat anyone. I can beat Conor McGregor. And he's just saying it with like no fucking repercussions. Like, just never getting checked. Never going actually in the ring. That's, in my opinion, what feminism like is fucking crazy. It's just bananas. And that's why you see this massive conflict when there's like some compilations on YouTube you can watch if you want. They're like triggered, like the best of being triggered or something. And these like, some fucking feminist girl with pink hair is fucking fat and complaining, and she just get checked by like Jordan Peterson or someone, and he's just like, yeah, but what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't add up. Like, what about this? What about that? And she's just like, I'm triggered. Like, none of it holds up, man. It's bananas. Like, I would encourage any woman for sure to just find better mentors. Find like legitimate female mentors and learn from them, like actual, like a real woman who understands how things work, and learn from her. Feminism is not a productive path. I wish it was. I'm trying to now find out like what is the female version of like RSD, like, or whatever. I'm trying to find that now so I can recommend it to women. Like, I've got a few recommendations. If anyone has them, fire a couple of comments below. Maybe we can get some ideas going. I've made some recommendations to my sister and stuff, a couple women, but yeah, it's like the equivalent of, and they would make it seem almost like, say, someone like RSD or like self-development for men, like learning, dating advice, whatever. They would make it seem like that's the equivalent of feminism. I don't think they're the equivalent at all. They don't have anything to fucking do with each other. Like, the equivalent of feminism for men is like, God, I don't know, man, like a fucking serial killer maybe, like, or like, I guess like some like hard, some, oh, it would be those guys who were like, I forget, did they call them Cecils or something, or like celibate Censal or something, like celibate not by choice or something. These dudes, it's just nothing. It's like some dudes who's celibate not by choice. It's some fucking twerpy loser who plays fucking World of Warcraft 10 hours a day. It's like, and he's marching around like, oh, I'm celibate. It's like, of course you're celibate, you fucking loser. Your life sucks. The fuck did you expect? That's the equivalent. Like, it's nothing. It's just some dude, it's just some butthurt dude who's complaining. Why does that even need a name? It's nothing. And to me, that's the same as feminism. It's like, bitch, no wonder no guys want your life's all fucked up. Take care of yourself. Improve your fucking looks. Improve your behavior. Improve your personality. It's like, you don't get a pass just because you're a woman. You don't randomly just get a fucking pass that you can just complain. Why? Just because you're female? It's retarded. Like, and honestly, the truth too is, man, you ask some hot girls. Just ask some hot girls, man. Ask them what they think about feminism. What they think about feminists. You'd be surprised, man. Not big fans. Not big fans. They don't like it. They fucking hate it. It just, they don't like it, man. They do not like it. And in a way, it makes you happy. It's not this thing where they're all like, it's not this thing where it's like all women got together to help and encourage each other. It ain't like that, man. It's like other girls, they belittle that fucking feminist shit. They don't like it because they know it's fucked. It's fake. It's like, they don't want some fucking girl getting tons of attention. Stealing attention from an actual cool, hot girl doesn't want some feminist bitch stealing her attention. So she's going to do whatever she can to fucking derail that bitch. And they will. Good. And I'm glad. So again, this is like an entry point for some of you guys who are maybe just starting to learn, like understanding how women think and how these things work, man. It ain't what it seems. At all. It ain't worse. It ain't better. It ain't worse. It's just different. You got to understand it. You have to. And anyway, the path of feminism is for no one. Sure as fuck ain't for you. It's nothing. So that for sure is my lesson on that. If anyone knows of any like productive feminists or like competent feminists, or if there are any watching the vid, hit it in the comments. If you want to do a collab or something, I would love to be proven wrong. Like, I would love to hear from some girls who, I don't know, I guess if they wanted to identify as feminists and come from that perspective and try to work something out, I mean, that'd be cool, I guess. Like, I just think it's a fucked up whole, I don't think it can be saved. It's just stupid. Like, there'd be no point of it. There actually is that girl who works for RSD now, and she had like a feminist channel, and then she went to an RSD event, and then she made a video about how it was fucking awesome, and now she works for RSD. It just shows you, it's just like, the best shit is the best shit. It doesn't need, like, she could, I guess, technically she could still identify as a feminist, I guess, but she works for fucking RSD, and you know that the fucking feminist organizations hate RSD. So, I mean, yeah, so there you go. Know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what's up, players. Thanks for checking out the vid. I got still some more coaching calls left, so hit it up in the comments, or I'll send the email. I'll put the email there, and we'll fill the rest of the spots, and we'll get people balling, get you balling out of control. Maybe we can make some money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we move some money around, make some mills, make some stacks, make them dollars. All right, that's all for now. Everybody have a good day. Peace out.